So, with so much exciting recruiting news out there, why would we talk about anything else? And today, we need to talk about and break down Oklahoma's newest addition. 3 or 4-star edge, depending on where you look, Wyatt Gilmore out the state of Minnesota, and why this is a fantastic win for the Oklahoma Sooners. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill, I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited that the Sooners land Gilmore? And then, let me know the next prospect you think commits to Oklahoma's class of 2024. I can't wait to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. As those interactions seem small, they are massive to content creators such as myself, and both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And as I stated in the intro, Wyatt Gilmore is a very talented prospect who stands 6'4", 240 pounds. And depending on where you look, he comes in as either a 4 or 3-star prospect. Per the 24/7 Sports Composite, he's rated as a 3-star. But if we look at 24/7 Sports rankings in and of themselves, he's rated as a 4-star. And when you turn on the film, I think he's leaning more towards a 4-star prospect personally, because there's a lot he does well. First and foremost, the first thing that stood out to me, he's got a real high motor, and I love that for guys on the edge. And not only that, but I saw him set the edge multiple times. And I've talked about this before. I think it was around last year, the last time I talked about this, the last time I went on this rant. But there are certain things guys will do in high school that many people will look at and say, oh, that's boring. That's not the big hit. That's not the touchdown run. That's a boring highlight. And I look at that exact same highlight, and that's the highlight that moves the needle for me. Some of those highlights are edges just setting the edge and doing their job, showing they understand why they have got to be disciplined every single play. And I can point you to multiple plays where Wyatt Gilmore is showing that discipline. And to me, that's a big deal, because part of the game at the college level is the cerebral aspect. And if you can show me that at the high school level, yeah, I have a lot of faith that you're going to be able to make it. So one of the things I like whenever we talk about Wyatt Gilmore is the motor he brings to the table. We started off talking about that. Yes, he's a cerebral player who understands his job, something I like, but he has got a really high motor that just doesn't quit. His first step is really quick, and that allows him to get a lot of these wins because he's able to establish a position that he thinks he can dominate from within the first 2 or 3 steps, if he hasn't fully outbeaten the guy that's lined up across from him within those first 2 or 3 steps. So because of that, I think this is a great pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners. Look, there's no doubt that they need all the help they can get along that defensive front with the move to the SEC on the horizon. Not only because everybody in college football needs a lot of depth on the trenches, but also because of Brent Venables' scheme. You need those guys up front from the edges, from the interior, to be able to wreak havoc, and at the very least, plug up holes so that the linebackers can run free and create havoc. But at the end of the day, there's a common theme, that the guys up front, they have got to be havoc creators. And personally, I think Wyatt Gilmore is a havoc creator. So what does this mean for the Oklahoma Sooners recruiting class as a whole? Well, it puts them at the number 35 class in the nation with 10 prospects and an average recruit rank of 89.80, and we're just now getting into the month of July. The month of July almost always gives us fireworks, and personally, I would expect fireworks for any team out there, especially the Oklahoma Sooners, as they have positioned themselves in really unique places in several battles for several top-tier prospects, something that they hope pays off during the month of July and into the season, because there are several big names we're going to have to keep up with, and I can't wait to keep up with it all. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking about this addition. I think this is a fantastic addition, especially when you have need up front defensively. Going and getting guys that your coaching staff believes in, I think that's the name of the game. And one thing we need to understand, the way this Brent Venables staff recruits, they like to see these guys camp. So they've probably seen Wyatt Gilmore in person, they like what they saw, and you have to trust their evaluation. And at the end of the day, you can just turn on the film yourself and see this is a very, very talented player. Can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking about this addition. Let me know who you think is next for Oklahoma. That's it. See ya.